That would be awesome, I think. Yeah.
So who do you
She's
think?
been associated with Raw, her WWE career, but
Guess what? Kane was
yeah,
on SmackDown. Who cares? Who really cares at
yeah.
this point? But and who could remember that? I actually forgot what show she was on. I had to look it up. I really did have to look it up. I didn't remember. So who actually wins this match, Trav?
I think the SmackDown women, especially if there's a Paige re-debut.
Okay, I have a question. How did they get out of Asuka? Did she get her pinned? Did she get DQ'd? Like, how did they get out of this?
She'll get, yeah.
Oh.
Again. Well, Sal, I'll give you your thoughts. What are your thoughts?
So, I mean, my boo Nia Jax is in this match, so, and I'm not going to say that she's going to lose. So, and I think that, Cappy Alicia is doing a fantastic job. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say Team Raw is going to win. Thank you very much.
What's funny about this for me is I'm going Team SmackDown because not just the Paige factor. Not just the Paige factor. Not just the Paige factor. I have a feeling that they just want to do something different. Because of the fact that they have the men's match. And the men's match, I have a weird feeling about that, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But I just have a weird feeling that they're going to do something like they'll have, like, Becky pin Alicia to finish this match. Or something ridiculous like that. I don't think this is going to be like the old days where we had 5-on-5 women's matches and the matches were done in, like, 5 minutes. Like, those matches, I absolutely hated those Survivor Series matches. I expect this to go long. As a matter of fact, this is a 4-hour show, and we have 7 matches. So I expect nice long matches. I'm not going to lie. I really do expect nice long matches this year. And that don't involve Brock Lesnar, and we'll get to that later. But I personally expect Team SmackDown to win this. But it would surprise me. If it's not Paige, then I expect Raw to win. But if it's Paige, especially if it's Paige, I expect Team SmackDown to win. I just let Trav know he's dropped out again. But in all seriousness, though, it's one of those situations where, as I said, if Asuka, how do you get out of Asuka? I know Trav was about to say get DQ'd. What do you think? How do you get out of Asuka getting out of this match?
She re-aggravates her quote-unquote injury.
The weird cervical injury that made no sense. The one that made absolutely no sense.
Yep.
Let's move on to the other women's match. The one I'm actually really, really intrigued by now.
Yes.
For representing Raw, the Raw Women's Championship. Wow, it's original. Alexa Bliss versus the SmackDown Women's Champion, now Charlotte Flair. Woo!
Woo!
And I'm intrigued because I think this is going to be a really, really good match. I'm really starting to really like Alexa. And I think Charlotte's going to win just on sentimental value alone.
Yeah, I agree.
But what do you think, Sal?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, if it was still Natty, I was going to say it was going to be Alexa Bliss. Now that it's Charlotte, I'm changing my mind. Not because I think that Alexa can't beat Charlotte or that Alexa isn't deserving enough to beat Charlotte, but just for the fact that I think in this particular match, I think Charlotte is the better wrestler, and I think that's what they're going to go with in this aspect of the match.
Yeah, I have to say I'm intrigued because I actually the size difference here is going to be fun because Charlotte is so tall. Charlotte is so tall, and I think Alexa might actually be shorter than Sasha.
I think so, yeah.
And it's almost, how do you root against Alexa when it's almost like the giant versus, it's almost like it's like a giant not a little guy. Like, it's really weird. And I want to watch my wording when it comes to Alexa because I know the history there. But
Mysterio versus the Giant in WCW.
or the infamous match that was actually one of the headline matches for Survivor Series a few years ago, Hornswoggle versus the Great Khali.
I forgot about that.
That happened. that practically co-main events in a Survivor Series one time. As ridiculous as that sounds.
I remember that.
Yes, the stuff you remember for no real apparent reason. Times. And what are your opinion on that?
Charlotte's going to win. Charlotte's going to wash Alexa Bliss. I don't think this match should go more than 5 minutes. I think Charlotte should have a dominating win, one that embarrasses Alexa.
Wow.
That should be the storyline on Raw, going forward for her.
Okay, I can see that. See, we're in a weird situation where...
Yeah, you're right.
We're in a weird situation with it that it's kind of weird because we're joking around and I think Alexa's shorter than Sasha. So this is a really weird matchup when it comes to like height differences and everything else.
6 foot tall and Alexa's 5 foot tall. So this is going to be interesting visually for sure.
Yeah, it's weird. So all right, let's move on. We have the match that I'm really, 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 really excited about. That I predicted before it even was even hinted at, which I love the fact that I did that. We have the New Day representing SmackDown. And we have, finally on pay-per-view, please, somebody keep Roman Reigns healthy this week. Please, keep him healthy this damn week. We have The Shield. I have no other reason to play that today, so I had to find a way to keep that in there.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Why do they keep referring them to as the original Shield? Because not like they ever did a new reincarnation of the Shield after they broke up.
Because of that weird Kurt Angle Shield thing. And the last pay-per-view. And all those really Triple H Shield. And that weirdly weird Triple H Shield thing that happened on the overseas tour.
That was a fill-in.
Apparently they're counting that. By the way, I'm going to break this out for old time's sake.
Baby girl, actions always speak louder than words. Remember that.
For old time's sake.
Made a lot of sense. I mean, it just made a lot of sense. I mean, that's really all I could say.
Back to my fun at SmackDown. I've never seen a bunch of grown adults have so much fun during an entrance until New Day came out. Because every single person in that building, no matter if you were a kid or a grown adult jaded fan, were up on their feet dancing along the New Day theme music at SmackDown.
I'd like to see somebody up on their hands dancing.
Well, we had a unicorn in my row, which I didn't quite understand. We had someone in a unicorn outfit in my row.
Yeah, we were those gyrating, dancing fans at Mania.
So much fun
in Dallas when we did the whole New Day red jumpsuit gimmick, and so I definitely understand the enthusiasm. Yeah,
so I obviously the Shield's winning this match. It's no doubt, right? There's no doubt.
Yeah, there's no doubt. They got their win on Monday against the Miz Taraj, in their first official original Shield re-debut or comeback. But I don't see. This is going to be a very exciting night for finishes, or we're just going to be rolling our eyes. I mean, I hope the agents and those guys have been coming up with some really creative finishes. Because a lot of them, because this is a time where you need creative finishes. Like sometimes you're like, oh, I'll just have a guy win clean or a guy lose clean. But this is a show where you gotta really, I think, put on your creative finish hat and try to come up. Even if you got to go back and watch some old tapes, some old vintage classic wrestling, and just try to get inspired. This is one of those pay-per-views where they're going to need 3 or 4 unique finishes for these matches.
By the way, I'd like to note that I don't know if you said you missed the last hour of SmackDown this week. I had to give Xavier and Big E a very funny moment when they were saying the Shield combined has 13 championships, which is a big deal. And then they're like, we have 26 championships. Most of them are Kofi. But
he's still in our group.
It still counts. Still counts. That's the way they put it over. Like, both of them are Kofi, and
we lost track.
It happens. Most of them are Kofi, and then Kofi's like, yep, yep, yep. So funny. Such a funny moment. So we move on to the elimination men's match, and the one that our soundboard loves. Our soundboard loves this match. So we have on Team. Well, I'll start Team Raw because Team Raw doesn't have any sound effects. That's what makes it easier. Team Raw. We have Kurt Angle, Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and for some reason, Triple H. On Team SmackDown, we have Shane McMahon. We have Randy Orton. We have Shinsuke Nakamura. What the fuck? We have Bobby Roode.
Yes.
And we have I couldn't help myself. I had to do it.
If he comes out as Lance Catamaran, I would be so happy.
Oh, man. Yeah, a second. But actually, what I was going to say was what, like,
I am Lance Catamaran.
I forgot I had that one loaded up. I had that right there. So, we have, what do you think here? What's happening, Sal? What's happening in the match?
You know, once this thought of Kurt Angle screwing Raw just floated around about a half an hour ago.
Sure feels like it, you know?
It really made me change my mind because I'm like, what am I doing with this Macho Man hair thing that I'm doing here?
What was that?
Oh yeah. I'm very intrigued. Did you hear that voice? I'm very intrigued with what if Kurt Angle and Kurt Angle Jr.
Jason Jordan Angle.
What if they screw Raw, make Raw lose the match, and jump ship to SmackDown? And oh my God! And then what if American Alpha gets back together, guys? Oh my God!
Do you have a random feud between Jason Jordan Angle and Shelton Benjamin for nowhere reason? For the love of Chad Gable, you do that match.
Yeah.
That should have been a match tonight. You totally should have done that. Do that in the pre-show match. Shelton Benjamin versus Jason Jordan Angle for the love of Chad Gable. fuck for the love of his dad. For the love of Chad Gable.
Sitting on a throne.
Yeah, I know. That would have been so much more fun. Like I said, it would have been so much better. It was like, for the love of Chad Gable, we have Jason Jordan Angle taking on Shelton Benjamin. That makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, back to this. It's intriguing. I'm not going to lie. It's really intriguing to have this kind of a match. There's so many names in here. And where's that graphic that you sent me last night? It was during SmackDown, where it was like, the ages of everybody. Where is it? I have it right here.
Oh, yeah.
I have to find it. It's on my phone. I just got to load it up here real quickly because you sent it to me. You sent me this graphic of all the ages of the people in this match, and it made me laugh openly because I didn't realize how old everybody was. So I was here. When Braun Strowman is the youngest person in this match. It's just really funny.
And he's 34?
34 years old. He's younger than me, but he's the youngest person in this match. So, Braun Strowman is 34. Samoa Joe, 38. Kurt Angle, 48. Triple H, 48. Finn Balor, 36. John Cena, 40. Randy Orton, 37. Randy Orton, 37, really?
Wow.
Shane McMahon, 47. Bobby Roode, 40. Shinsuke Nakamura, 37. Wow. That's why Jason...
I didn't know Strowman was that old.
Yeah, I didn't know either. And that's why Jason Jordan Angle's not in this match. He's too young. He's not in this match. He's just too young. So, Travel, what do you think of this matchup? Do you expect this... How do you expect this match to end? Is he Kurt Angle turning on the Raw thing or something else?
If Kurt doesn't turn, Raw wins. I'm expecting Raw